Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for tuning back in to another glorious review by another glorious NECA figure. I do want to quickly say I do apologize for having such a long, hiatus from doing reviews. After, with the holidays coming up and the end of the semester, finals kicking in, going on vacation and whatnot, I just have not had time. I did actually get this in pretty early in December. I want to say the second week of December, but like I said, I just didn't have any time, and I have been trying to set days, but either my house is too noisy with neighbors doing construction and whatnot, I just don't have a quiet place, or more work comes up, or I'm just not at home. But hopefully, slowly but surely, I'll be getting more and more reviews out of my older pieces that I'm sure many of you have seen, but hopefully you still enjoyed the reviews, and let's jump right into this 1989 Michael Keaton Batman by NECA. So this Batman just, as we all know, sent NECA fans and action figure collectors into a whirlwind craze because it's the first time NECA is able to produce a true movie color version of Batman or any DC or comic character like this in the 7-inch scale. Now, they did a phenomenal job with it. There are maybe, a few points here and there it could have shown improvement, but overall, I give it an A. I mean, I love this figure. It's phenomenal. It's a great homage to the classic 1989 Toy Biz Batman, which I'm still on the hunt for, and, it's just a jaw-dropping figure. So before getting into the figure, let's take a look at the packaging, which I have right here. Now, I'll have to say I'm not a huge fan of the packaging. For one, because it is a narrower package than the Toy Biz version. That one did seem to have a little bit more on the back, which is no big deal. Of course, NECA's not going to copy it word for word and the exact same package. But overall, I'm just not a huge fan of it. You see, I already took out Batman, of course. At the top here, get that zoomed out, says Batman right there. Just a simple goldish packaging, and it does come with the accessories, so I'll leave those out so we take a look at. And on the back, which is something interesting, I'm not sure why, this Batman I heard is the 1/4 scale 1989 Batman, and after looking at the few details of it, yeah, you can tell it's not the 7-inch Batman, so I'm not quite sure why they didn't just use the 7-inch Batman, because I'm sure they had the figure. They could have used the figure for the packaging. And then at the bottom you just see a newspaper clipping if you want to pause that to read it. And of course NECA and all the licenses and whatnot. And let's take a quick look at the accessories in here. So the accessories do come in like a little plastic sleeve or bag, I guess you want to say. And I just kept it in here. Let me open that up for y'all. So basically the accessories are some hands and some weapons, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure what the accessories are for the 1/4 scale, but I would assume they are the same. So here we have one, if I get that in focus, a closed fist here, pretty simple. Another closed fist, so these are both the closed fists. One of them actually does come on the figure, but I took it off to have the open grip, which I don't really need now because I don't use the Batarang. And here is the Batarang. It's a really nice Batarang. The only problem is it's so small, it's actually pretty hard to get it into the hand, and it just doesn't stay, and I'm actually afraid that I would lose it. So I'm not keeping that in there, but I am keeping the grappling gun in his other hand, which that stays pretty well in. So now just taking a look at the figure, hopefully my lighting's a little bit awkward doing this in the morning right now. But I just think it's a phenomenal figure. I mean, everything is great. I did hear a few reports of like the face, the lips having a little bit too pinkish or lipstick look. Mine didn't turn out that bad. Mine is more of a natural pink, I guess, or salmon color, if you want to say. And I also did see on some other Batmans that the logo here was either way off to one side or cut off at the bottom. Mine isn't too bad if you can get that closer look. Mine is almost centered, maybe it's a little bit close right there on the edge, but overall it's really good. There's nothing to complain about that. Taking a look at the rest of the figure, you can see his iconic bat suit. There's the belt, and on the NECA figure stand And then the head also, it's interesting, you know, they did it similar to the film, but it's actually just all one piece with this neck and shoulder pad area. So, you know, the whole thing just moves, which kind of makes it a little bit awkward. I can't quite remember if in the movie, because I do know in the movie, you know, he was very limited to turning his head. That's the iconic pose. But I wasn't quite sure if this whole piece would move, because I just know his shoulder, you know, he would just move his shoulders. But, you know, either way, it's nothing really to complain about, just something to point out. You can see his horn a little bit, ear a little bit crooked, but that's okay. So, you know, like I said, not going to go too much into this, just because everyone's already seen it. Just giving a quick overview of it, my thoughts on it. I love how big the bat cape is. It's just, you know, it's phenomenal. Let me try to get a better shot about that, get that more zoomed out. You know, I just love how big it is, and I love the design they put in it. They really kept true to Batman. Let me get that on the corner right there. There we go. And do be careful though, because I noticed that I kind of pull it out too much here, so it gets a little bit off-centered, and it might rip a little bit if you do pull it too hard. I might have ripped a little bit, but luckily it's staying put underneath there. And then going back into the grappling gun also. Oop, just popped out right there. So you can get a better look at that. You know, pretty simple, nothing too crazy. And again, I'm not sure if the 1/4 scale has the actual hook with the string. For some reason, I remember seeing that somewhere, but either way, this is really cool. I wouldn't want the string, because, you know, you could probably lose it. It'll be so thin. But, you know, it's just a really cool piece. And we'll do a really quick articulation overview. So the shoulders, you know, not too much. Let me get that into view again. So the shoulders, they don't go too far out. Not sure if it's just mine, maybe they're just tight, but this one goes out a little bit more. They do rotate pretty far front and back. The elbows in and out, and do twist. The wrists. And again, the head, it does slightly go forward, slightly up, and then, you know, pretty good rotation. Slight ab crunch, and, you know, just a straight pose. The waist does twist a little bit. At the thighs do stick out, forward and back. Are they double jointed knees? I don't believe so. So I think just at the lower part of the knee they twist, or they go back and forth. And then the ankle, you know, the usual ankle pivot. I do like, I have to say, I forgot to mention this, I do like what they put on the, let me see if I can get that back in the lighting. I do like how they put the little, I guess, shoe part over the ankle. That's pretty cool to see. And then just showing the back, you can see more of the body right there, and the belt. So yeah, so that's about it. That's our NECA 1989 Michael Keaton Batman 7-inch scale. Thank you, NECA, for, you know, making this for the Batman DC superhero comic book fans. You know, we have a lot coming from the Marvel line too, in the 1/4 scale. So we hope to see more of these. Get that pose just for a final goodbye. Where is his peg hole? There we go. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy. I know it was really quick, just straight to the point. Hopefully I can get some more reviews in. Sorry about that. And thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. See ya.